Hello everyone. It is one of my favorite days, and that is my cash unstuffing. I usually do these about twice a month before like the 1st and the 15th was when I get paid. However, I was out of town the first week of May, and so I'm now doing it kind of randomly. However, that is a-okay. I usually keep pretty up to date with my expenses with like my unstuffing adventures, and so we are just gonna honestly just hop right on in. Some of these are literally from last week. I have no idea when I'm actually gonna be posting this. However, I think today's the 10th, I think, of May. But let's just jump on in. I usually have a lot of higher bills in here, and so I did kind of prep beforehand, and I grabbed $50 in kind of some extra funds to help make some change, because we need to make some change. Now, I have a feeling it's going to be a lot more than I will care to admit and or want it to be. However, that's life, and I just gonna jump right into it because I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna update the trackers when I'm done. I think that's the only one in this one. This is like our longer term sinking funds. I have these IOU slips. They're available as a free digital download on my Ko-fi. I'll have those linked below, and hopefully like the light is good. It is like noon, and so you would think like the light is shining bright. However, it might not be. I always round up because it's better to pay off my credit card more than less, / it always usually evens out. And so this one is $31. As you can see here, I don't have $31, but I have 41. So I'm gonna put 41 in my little tray and grab out a 10 for some change. And so now I have $31. Wow, I actually had a lot more in gifts than I thought. But yeah, I'm gonna update the trackers at the end. I feel like that's just makes this video not be forever, but some of you are like, okay, so why do you have IOU slips? What do you mean paying off your credit card? And so for any of those who are new here, or maybe just are watching one of these videos for the first time, I do not carry cash. I am terrible when it comes to carrying cash. It's just like, not my thing, for lack of a better term. So what I do actually is I pay everything on my credit card, same as with my husband. What we do then is we keep the receipts. I write out my little IOU slips, I go through them, I put them in the correct category, and then I pay them off as accordingly. So that's kind of how I do things, and then I take all this money, I bring it back to the bank so I can pay off my credit card. Every month, always making sure, paying it off in full. I really try not to have a lot of credit card debt or like consumer debt, and I actually don't have any right now, which I'm really thankful for. So we have 150, I need about $56 more, so we have 40 minus 10 there and there. I got my nails done before we went to Ohio, so I got a pedicure and a manicure, and I got, what else? I forgot what else, but yes. So it came out to $206. So we have 50, 150, 70, 90, $206. We'll go ahead and put that in there. And so this folder now is very small, and so like I already pre-filled it for the like first 2 weeks of May paycheck. So this is like all I have left for my beauty category, $67. And you know what, they're not gonna lie, there are some times where I go over budget in a certain category, but I just pull that from a different one because I don't want anything lingering in here. Clothing was a big one, and I'm actually going to be returning some of this stuff. However, I'm going to pull it and pay it off as if I'm not returning it. But I went in like literally just the other day, and I splurged on a bunch of, work clothes. It's getting so hot here in Nebraska, and I cannot just be wearing biker shorts and like oversized t-shirts. That's usually like my go-to athlete, like leggings, biker shorts, sweatshirts, t-shirts. The work environment I work in is very like casual. However, now that I'm switching more into the therapist role, I'm going into people's homes a lot more frequently. 50 minus 50, and then we have another 50, so 25, 35, 45, and 50. Wow, I have $4 left. Does that sound about right? And I have 204. Yeah, it's about 200. That sounds just about right. And you know, working like in home with families, and some families are not what's the word I'm thinking of. I personally would not feel comfortable wearing, you know, more athleisure casual wear into their home because maybe they are not that type of family. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I need to also be able to have some more appropriate tank tops and shorts that are not like I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure those of you who like work in a normal office field, whatever, and you're like, yeah, Taylor, I'm not even allowed to wear like leggings and stuff to work. I'm thankful that I can, and I obviously still wear what's it, 77? So we have 70. We have to do 70. I'll have to do $80. Okay, 77 minus 80. I get $3 back. I guess I'm just really lucky that the industry that I work in is very casual. Not saying I dress like that all the time. However, I do tend to maybe do that a little bit more than I probably should have, but that is the reason why I spent so much on clothes, because I needed some more, just more appropriate tops that I'm not going to be super hot in, because that's another huge thing that I struggle with, is that I get hot super easy. And so I think 60 degrees is hot. I will not wear a jacket in 60 degrees. I don't care if the wind is blowing. Like, I'm sorry, I just won't. And so that's also a huge hurdle and barrier, is like, okay, I can't wear a lot of light colored tops because I will literally sweat through them. And like when we're going into families' homes, like I'm not going to tell them what temperature that they need to keep their like homes at. Like that's just not appropriate. So it's really just an internal battle that, it was funny. I was talking with my like supervisor the other day, and I'm like, we need to have like a formal 65, 60, wait, that's 60. We need 70. Like we need to have a meeting, because like also like I'm what, 28. I'm not gonna dress like I don't want to dress like a full-on adult. I just, because yeah, I don't know. But I kind of just got some different work clothes. I literally just went to Target. Target actually right now is pretty good. Usually it's very hit or miss, but I got a lot of like tank tops and longer shorts and like flowy pants. That's kind of my like go-to. However, I always struggle with shoes to wear in that situation. So it's really just a personal dilemma. Some, you know, some environments I can still wear my super uber casual stuff, and some I just can't. So like obviously if I'm going to have a important meeting with the state or with other representatives and things like that, I'm not going to be wearing, or like when I go to court, I have to go to court on some of my cases. I'm not going to be wearing ridiculous clothing, obviously, but I just need more options, especially in the hot summer, because like I mentioned, I get really hot really easily. I'm going to switch out these 4 5s for a 20. And so I have about $57 left in hygiene. So yeah, some of these folders are getting very depleted. However, that's the point of me saving up for them, is because then I can pay this off. I did not count in my copays. I just realized I did have an appointment. I'm going to pay that off right now. That's 30. I have a $30 copay. So that's 66, rounded up $67, 50, 60, 65, 66, and 67. Perfect. The other 36 was for some meds over the last month and a half. Usually all my medication is due for a refill at the same time. Most of them I can get in a 3-month supply. Some of them I can only get like a month at a time. But you know what? Having $147 in medical is still amazing, because this also accounts for like cold and flu medicine, things like that. Sometimes like Band-Aids, general medical stuff. All right, that's it for that one. Wow, I'm actually kind of flying through this. Usually I feel like my stuffing videos are really long, which is maybe why some people don't like watching them. But I usually also combine it with my cash stuffing and reallocation, sometimes, you know, all that stuff. But I'm not getting paid for another like 5 days, and so I'll actually have a whole separate video with me cash stuffing. And I think I'm going to do a cash stuffing / reallocation, maybe, or not condensing. Cash stuffing and condensing video, because I need to pull out some of my money for my high yield. Who knows? Actually, I might do this after this time. Who knows? This is Conrad's free spending, so these are our variable expenses. They're the only ones I have these super fancy dashboards for. I got these from Carly over Budget with Carly. $53 is what he spent for his free spending over this last couple days. That's what, 54? I don't have a 4, so I'll do, what is that, 40? Sometimes I like forget how to count, I swear. 55 dollars. And I get $1 back. Okay, there we go. I'm telling you, sometimes like it's the basic math that be tripping me up sometimes. Perfect. Should have about 130-ish left. It really helped with my April end of the month consolidation. Costco has $4.50 in it, because I don't know what's been going on, but we haven't really been going to Costco. But $1.99 is what I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna put 200 and grab $1 back, so that leaves us still with $256, which is amazing, because I usually put about the same every paycheck, about $200. I might slightly be decreasing that, since I do have a good long-term Costco saving challenge going on right now in my like long-term binder. However, we shall see. Entertainment was terrible for us. Oh yeah, good. You guys can still see my calculator. we ate out way too much this last, like, what, 3.5 weeks. It's because you'll see our grocery bill is like nothing. And I've been working later, and so like I don't have time. Connor doesn't have the time to make dinner. Like this is like eating out. This is like a bunch of different fast food times, and then this was we went to a Union Omaha, like it's like our soccer team, not pro. It's like level 2. I don't really know, to MLS. I don't know. I have no idea. But went to a game, bought some beers, and it was like after a long day of work, and so I bought a Chick-fil-A sandwich because they had Chick-fil-A catering there. So that was nice. That is not the point though. Is that an even 166? You guys, that like never happens. Plus 69.87. Like I could always just add up here, but that's actually so fun. So we have 150. Oh, perfect. 150, 65, 66. Lovely. I actually love having all these 50s available now because my consolidation is going to be amazing. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. We have 120 left, which in entertainment is pretty good. Still have about a week left in this pay period before I re-stuff those. And gas, I know I'm missing some in gas because I haven't brought my gas receipts. So those are stuck in my car, but when I bring those in, I'll finally pay that off. 121. So we have 121. Perfect. So in gas, we have 70, 80, 95, 6, 7, 97. I probably spent like $60 on gas. It's usually about 30-ish bucks for me to fill up. Gas right now here is honestly not too shabby, which I feel like is strange because I feel like gas sometimes literally will cost an arm and a leg. So yeah, we've only spent $122.18 on groceries since. I mean, Costco, we did buy groceries, so that's like $200. But it's been a month and we spent nothing on groceries, which is why we ate out more. And so we're trying to get back on track with doing that. We need to meal prep and have time for that. So we have 122, 100. Okay, we'll do 130 because that's all we got. So we have 120 and 30 and then $8 back. Perfect. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome. So groceries still has 152, 50, 300, 20, 40, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78. 78, which is honestly a great buffer because there are some times where we literally go through so many groceries, like so much food. Up next is household. Yeah, I'm still never going to have a new thing for it. Maybe eventually one of these days. Plus 17, 11, 38, 98. So we'll do what, $39? We'll just get a 40 in here and get $1 back. Awesome. We still have a good $78. Perfection. I have no idea how much this is, but so far I feel like it's a lot, and especially with my spending. I went a little crazy. I went down this rabbit hole of Temu, and I told myself I would never do that. That was this $46, and then I spent like 110 on Etsy. No, I spent 75 on Etsy. What was this 110? I have no idea. A bunch of different purchases that I probably shouldn't have purchased, but that's okay. I got a crap ton of fun stickers and fidgets and things for my not my kiddos, but like my my kiddos, I'll call them my kiddos, for therapy purposes, because they are just they need to stay busy at all times, I swear. Will not focus unless their hands are fidgeting with something or coloring with something or something. And then they love stickers, so stickers have been my new thing. I have a plethora of stickers and they're like so cheap. Also, I found scratch off stickers on Temu for so much cheaper, because I don't know where everyone gets their stickers. I feel like I need to like reach out to people and see. Don't know what the quality is. However, I did buy like 2 rolls of them because I want to start doing, well, one, I like to do some for my own, but then I do want to try and dabble in creating my own saving challenges and potentially like selling them for, you know, not super cheap, but like super cheap. 50, 150, 70, 90, 200, 10, 15, 20. $220 still is amazing. But like I want to be able to do that, or have the option to do that. And so first I want to make sure that they're good enough for me. So I don't know what the quality is yet, but perfect. I'm going to pull out $50 here. That's what I had put in here originally. And now let's see what we just unstuffed. I feel like we just unstuffed a bunch of money, but let's see what the exact amount is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6. 51, 52, 53, 54, 5500. Wow. Already way more than I thought. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20. 10, 20, 30, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $110 in tens. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Perfect. So that's $1,636 is what I'll be taking back to the bank and paying off my credit card. And then I always pull some money from like my subscriptions that I have reoccurring on there and whatnot. I don't know if that's really good or really bad. I have also a very terrible concept of what's reasonable and what's not, which is also why I love watching people's budget with me. So then I can also see like, what are other people paying? Now I understand it's like different around the country, different state you live in and whatnot, though. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my quick little unstuffing. I have no idea what this is, how long this video will be. If it's not, whoa, my bad. If it's not super long, I might also lump in my cash condensing and what I pulled to put into my high yield. So I might be doing that. We did just come back from a travel trip, and so I need to go look through my travel binder and pay off some of that for this next credit card pay period. But yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. I hope y'all enjoy watching my cash unstuffing. I will be doing a budget with me and a cash stuffing for the second half of my May paycheck, so be on the lookout for that. I just hadn't had time in the previous times. However, this weekend has been full of amazingness. This will probably end up being a bonus video, so yay, bonus videos. I hope y'all enjoyed. If this isn't in the middle of the video and there's still longer, I hope you guys then now switch over into my condensing. If not, though, hope you have a great day and a great night. I wish you all the I wish you all the best and happy savings. Bye, guys. And today I will be cash stuffing my wallets. It is paycheck day, paycheck, May paycheck number 2. I am very behind. I think I might end up combining this into my previous video. So I did a whole unstuffing and cash consolidation video. I don't know if that's going to be too long to also include my cash stuffing for my second paycheck in May, but if it is, hello, this is a new video. Thank you for watching. And if it's not, and you hear me rambling like this, or I guess you wouldn't hear me rambling, maybe I'll put it in. And then yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but today, I'll be stuffing my variable expenses, my short-term, and then a couple of my longer-term sinking funds. I am not playing with as much money today because we realized that we don't need to be stuffing our sinking funds too much, because a lot of our challenges that we do throughout the month and in some of our binders we put towards our sinking funds, and so we didn't need too much money, because the more money I see in them, the more money I think I have to spend in them. I'm like, oh, well, I have the money, so I'm going to spend it. Well, no, that's not really how it works, Taylor. But besides the point, let's go ahead and count up our money. I have 2, 3, need a more quick sort. I just filmed my, what's it called? The video you saw yesterday, $2, my $2 Tuesday video, yes. And so 3, 4, 5, whoa, okay. I'm gonna take a deep breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 600. Let me get my little calculadore. 51, 52, 53, 50. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, plus 140. Oh my goodness, okay. So 600, 350 plus 140, 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 55, 65, 70. So I'm cash stuffing approximately $1,160. I may have messed that up a little bit, but that is okay. All right, I'm going to start with our variable expense binder. In here I just keep the few that are just constantly reoccurring. I'm going to update the tracker after the video like I always do. All right, Conrad's spending is not getting anything. We still have $129 in there. That's a-okay. Let's see. Next up is Costco. Costco is getting $200. That's generally pretty standard, and it's going to be in the form of 100 and 250s. So we always like to keep our Costco stocked. And yeah, I used to keep smaller bills so I can make change. However, I realized that just made my binders so bulky, and so now I just kind of keep high bills, and then I just bring money when I go to unstuff, which is what you would have seen in my not previous video, in my unstuffing. Entertainment, we budgeted $150 for this couple weeks, last 2 weeks or whatever. So that now means we should have like $370, 2, 20, 40, wait, 1. Oh, that is 120. Okay. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 270. Okay, that's literally what I said. I don't know why that one tripped me up. All right, we got gas. Gas is getting 100. I do this one in 250s though, because yeah, I do it in 250. So we should have just under $200. 50, 70, 80, 95, 697. 197 is correct. We got groceries. Groceries, I was gonna be like, groceries, my guy. Groceries always gets $250 every 2 weeks. So it's like $500 a month. Is that too much? I have yet to determine that. There are some months that we go so over on our groceries, it's ridiculous, even if we go to Costco or not. But then there's other times where I'm like, I need that buffer because groceries are just now getting more and more expensive. And like when we have to go buy, sometimes when we go to Costco or Sam's Club and we kind of buy in bulk, we have to do that multiple times. And especially with like our drinks, like our energy drinks or soda, or that's usually all we get in bulk. But those are like expensive. They add up. Groceries should have, I don't even know, 1, 2, 3, 54, 55, 50, 570, 590, 610, 620, 625, 6, 7, and 8. So $628 is in our grocery fund. That is absolutely amazing. Not amazing. That's absolutely like crazy, but also amazing. Then we have our household, the only one without a what's it called? Letters, because I forgot to include household as a category when I first started this. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just didn't think of it. And I would rather have a separate household than take out of like groceries or things like that. And then Taylor spending, that's me not getting anything, but that's okay. I already have a lot of spending, and if I had the money, I would spend it, which is a terrible like habit of mine. But that's neither here nor there. Beauty is getting $100 because we really depleted it. We spent, and by we, it's really just me. Yeah. And then I'm also like due to get more, what's it called? I don't even know. But beauty's getting 100, so we're adding just a $100 bill. That should give us with 167, and hopefully that will be enough for some time. If it's not, oh well. Car maintenance, I'm just adding a $10 in here. That brings our total now to 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 109, which is going to be perfect for an oil change, something, maybe new tires one day. I don't know. I feel like with my brand new car, I'm not having to like tap into that too often, but you really never know. Clothing is getting 60. I also wiped this one clean. Hopefully I'll be adding a little bit more back because I'm going to return a couple of the items of clothing that didn't fit quite right, or didn't absolutely love. So that is $64. Drinks, we're adding in just a little. Oh, I pulled the thing out. Drinks, we're just adding in $20. This counts for, honestly, kind of like anything, but we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have $109 right here for drinks. All right, guys, we're just flying through this because luckily not many are getting added to today. Next up is going to be hobbies. Hobbies always gets money because it's, not saying it's mine, but it's mine. And how else am I supposed to do amazing things? Just kidding. You'll see. Conrad also gets money in his, but hobbies is everything for, you know, cash stuffing, scrapbooking, all my crafting hobbies, you know, diamond art. I went through a whole diamond art phase. It was so fun. But I have 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 26, 27. So 127. I do not put my like memberships that I'm a part of out of hobbies. I put that in my annual subscription type section. Hygiene is also getting $100. This one is going to be in the form of 100. Hygiene is everything from toothpaste to mouthwash to hair ties to a hairbrush to more of like the basics when it comes to like hygiene items, but like beauty is more like I need a lip mask or something like that. So hygiene's more of the other stuff. And so we have 150, 5, 6, and 7. Making my way downtown. Medical, always like to add a little bit here and there. So I'm going to add 30. That's usually as much as one of my copays. I think I also am going to have a prescription I'm gonna have to pay for, but you know what, that's why I also have in this kind of extra built-in buffer, is because sometimes I want to save the money and put it towards another goal of ours. Some things kind of like that. I don't know if that made any sense. And then Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards is just Conrad's version of hobbies. So like, I have hobbies, he has Pokemon cards. And since he already had a good amount, because he's also trying to like not get as many, and so we've kind of lowered his like, not budget on them, but lowered how much money he kind of gets. That is adding $20 into there. All right, and then this is going to be it for our short-term sinking funds, essentially. And then we have, last but certainly not least, we have our longer-term sinking funds. This one, we are saving a little differently, and I sometimes I let this one kind of surpass, and it's really bulky because I have Conrad's C-Bucks here in the back. So he has C-Bucks and I have Star Notes. So I'm going to keep my Star Notes in here, but I think I'm going to pull this. I think once it gets to 50, I'm going to pull it and then replace it with a $50 bill. Even though it's not going to be a C-Buck, it just kind of counts, and we're going to save it up to the end of the year, and then that's how much money we have to spend. C-Notes I find are a lot more common to find. However, I did find a $50 Star Note, so I think I am winning in that category. All right. Now for basically our short terms, each of them just adding in $5, and then one is getting a $10 bill. And that way I just know that I am making small little, ditch effort into adding. So I did $5 in anniversary. I will be doing, I should just take all these out. I don't know why I'm trying to finagle them like this. Put $5 in birthdays, $5 into car registration. Conrad's is up, vehicle's up next, but that isn't until October, but hey, it costs money to do that. Date night is getting $5 added, perfection. Gifts is getting $5 added. Let's see, perfect. Seasonal getting $5 added. Sometimes these like things are real tight. Bam and bam. And then soccer is getting the $10 bill, because soccer is for it's not for but it's for the World Cup. World Cup is being hosted by, not North America, but yeah, North America, the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Conrad is a huge soccer fan, or football, as I really should properly say, but we're, just saving what we can. That's what we got. We found out that Kansas City is actually one of the host cities, and so that's the one that's like the most easily accessible to us. So that's probably the one that we will try and get tickets for. Yeah, that is all I have for that. That was my quick and easy. However, I might have talked too long, and so did not become quick and easy. Cash stuffing for my second paycheck in April. My April number 2 paycheck. It's not April, it's May. My May number 2 paycheck. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love kind of doing cash stuffings and unstuffings, so you'll have to let me know if you guys enjoy those too. I used to do more budget with me's, but my budget is so it's so different every single time that I feel like I would not be the best person to kind of walk through it, though I will try my best to do it for the first paycheck in June. All right, guys, though, that is all I have for today. If this is at the end of my entire unstuffing, consolidation, now restuffing video, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you guys grabbed a snack, because I'm sure that video is about an hour long. But if I just decided to split it up and you're just watching this cash stuffing, hope y'all enjoyed. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.